I know a number of students, they say, I have a lot of things to do. And granted, you do have a lot of stuff to get done. Of course, you have things in your personal life to get completed. But today, I want to talk to you about what you can do to stay motivated, feel less stress, and get your school projects done, including preparing for your exams. Hi, I'm Allick Delancy, and I work in the field of education and mental health. Today, I want to talk to you about two things you can do to actually help you to remain focused and stay motivated. Now, I say stay motivated and remain focused, but sometimes you don't feel motivated. On a daily basis, you get up, you have a lot of things to do, you probably have to drive to school, walk to school, maybe be transported to school, and then you also have to combat with the idea that maybe you're a little tired, you're exhausted, you want this to stop. I get that. So, what can you do to help you to remain focused, less stress, concentrate more in school? Well, that's what we're going to talk about now. Yes, you have a lot of things to do, especially if you're preparing for exams. You know, you're preparing for the examination, and or maybe you have continuous assessments. Still, you have to prepare for those. Or maybe you have exams at the end of the term, or during the term, during the semester, during the quarter, but you also have projects that you're working on that you have to turn in. So, I want you to look at it like this. Look at it like a ruler. On your ruler, you have different points. If you measure the distance between 1 centimeter to 2 centimeters, and you measure the distance between 2 centimeters and 3 centimeters, those distances pretty much are the same. What does that mean? It means that you have to break things up into manageable pieces, pieces that you can deal with. But it requires you consciously sitting down. Maybe if you use electronic devices, you can pull up a sheet and type it out, a outline of a schedule of what you can use. And it's true, most schedules we make, we'll have to redo them because we don't take into consideration all the things that we have to do. And therefore, when we do make a schedule, it so happens that, well, we have to change some stuff because other things pop up. So make a manageable timetable and look at all that you have to do because you have a lot to do, and break it up into smaller chunks or smaller pieces. So let's say, for example, you working on mathematics, geography, social studies, comprehension, and or biology, chemistry, physics. You have all of these subjects to get done, and in those subjects, you have smaller projects that will calculate towards your final grade. What do you do? Okay, so you find out when is the due date for each of the projects you have to turn in. And then you think about, okay, how long will it take me to complete those projects in time for the due date? And then you think about it, okay, so I'm able to complete these projects in such time. But then you also want to not have a rigid time period. You want to give at least maybe a couple hours or a few hours or maybe even a day just in case you fall short before the due date. So if your due date, let's say, is next week, 5 days from now, you don't want to say, okay, this is due 5 days from now, so I'm going to finish it 5 days from now. You want to think in terms of, okay, could I finish this 4 days from now? And let's just say something happens, you have that extra time that you can play with. You have extra time before the actual due date. So you put on yourself a specific due date. So you think in terms of these exams and these projects, the due dates. When is the due date for your exam? Maybe your first exam or your second exam or your third, or how many exams you have. You need to schedule them in or put them somewhere where you can see them. So you will know exactly how much work you will have to do given the fact that this exam is coming up in the next 2 months, in the next 6 weeks, coming up in the next 2 weeks. This is how much work I have to cover. You put it down and you look at it and you say, okay, if this is how much work I have to get done in time, then I can break this up by days. and I can further break it up by hours. So you're scheduling exactly what you have to do. You have the due dates, but you also have your personal due dates and how many hours you perceive or you believe you will have to study this particular information that is valuable for the exam. So that's some stuff that you can do to help you to actually stay on task, feel less stress, and perform well on your examination. I'm Allick Delancy, and if you like this content, like, subscribe, and you can leave a comment as well. Take care.